Where's the Philadelphia cream cheese, Nigerian?
Doing? Get the thing out of here, you son of a bitch.
Welcome into Poor Man's Redbar. I've got tendrils of sear and agony in the left side of my stomach. When I look at the dictionary and look up tendril, I find out it's the name of a gorilla. But you know what? Tendril is also 10 drills. Literally 10 drills. Merry Cobble Transit.
Break Von.
Fuck. You know what a question tag is? If I say, this pen is yellow, isn't it? Isn't it is a question tag. So I turn a statement into a question. And now you have to say yes or no. And that's what the police do. The police do that all the time, don't they? They say, you've been drinking, haven't you? Now you have to say yes or no, and that's how they get you.
Come on. What? You're under arrest.
For what? What am I under arrest for?
You just stole that shit.
Oh, I didn't steal anything. Leave the buggy there.
The officer's body cam shuts off due to the suspect's struggle. He is able to turn it back on a few seconds later. In the midst of both the suspect and the cop pepper spraying each other.
Fucking... Oh, wrong fucking person. Come on. Please stop. Please stop. Get a car up at Walmart, right? Jesus Christ.
Get on the fucking ground.
No.
I'm trying. I have a broken fucking hand. Stay on the ground. Radio, I got one to change.
I'm so sorry.
Your night was almost over, you fucking
Dude, I was leaving the cart there. I was leaving the cart there. I swear to God. Oh my God.
The night was over. You had to fucking do that.
Oh my God.
Now you're fucked. You're fucked. Hey, church, we got him.
Oh.
It's the end of the fucking night.
Fucking end of the night. What a dick.
Tell me
The MAGA fanatics are still at it, as you do. To warehouses, immigrants fleeing to their own country. Ha ha ha. Joe Biden's still the president. But not for long, Joe. Not for long, Joe. God, my eye hurts. Ah!
but not for long, Joe. But not for long, Joe.
Anyway, so there's been one of these things. Actually, these things are happening all the time. We've all seen them. Nobody knows what they are, not really. Frank Zappa did one. Seth Rogen did one. Jelly Roll did one. On fentanyl. And you know what? Even Elmo from Sesame Street did one. What never changes in these things are these bastards. You've seen them. You've seen them. Alright, they're called senators. No, I don't know what a senator is. But clearly, being a senator means you can be a complete prick. And nobody can do out. There was a fight, almost.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
But Bernie Sanders stopped it.
This is a hearing.
Now, what was he doing
God
there?
knows the American people
Apparently
have
Bernie
enough
Sanders
of
is one of these
So
senator
Congress, let's
people.
find out it works.
Didn't he try and be the president once?
Hold it.
That went well, didn't it, Bernie? Browse our collection of lifestyle, training, basketball, and shoes. But what I do know is if you find yourself in this room facing one of these guys, you fucked up. And boy, do they let you know it. Mark Zuckerberg found that out, man. Mark Zuckerberg found out you do not want to be a part of one of these things because he got his ass smoked by these motherfuckers. He was there for hours and days on end, dripping with sweat, literally looking like he was sat in his own excrement, and they made them do it not once, you guessed it, twice.
Mr. Zuckerberg, in June of 2023, the Wall Street Journal reported that Instagram's recommendation systems were actively connecting pedophiles to accounts that were advertising the sale of child sexual abuse material. In many cases, those accounts appeared to be run by underage children themselves, often using code words and emojis to advertise illicit material. But what was particularly concerning about the Wall Street Journal expose was the degree to which Instagram's own algorithm was promoting the discoverability of victims for pedophiles seeking child abuse material. In other words, this material wasn't just living on the dark corners of Instagram. Instagram was helping pedophiles find it by promoting graphic hashtags, including hashtag pedwhore and hashtag preteen sex, to potential buyers. Instagram also displayed the following warning screen to individuals who were searching for child abuse material. These results may contain images of child sexual abuse. And then you gave users two choices.
Using Facebook,
get resources,
other online services,
or
we are trading
see
certain information
results
about ourselves.
anyway. Mr. Zuckerberg, what the hell were you thinking?
All right, Senator. The basic science behind that is that when people are searching for something that is problematic, it's often helpful to, rather than just blocking it, to help direct them towards something that that could be helpful for getting them to get help.
In what, I understand get resources. In what sane universe is there a link for see results anyway?
Well, because we might be wrong. We try to trigger this warning, or we tried to, when we think that there's any chance that the results.
Okay, you might be wrong. Let me ask you, how many times was this warning screen displayed?
I don't know, but the
you don't know. Why don't you know?
I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. But
well, you know what, Mr. Zuckerberg? It's interesting you say you don't know it off the top of your head, because I asked it in June of 2023 in an oversight letter, and your company refused to answer. Will you commit right now to within 5 days answering this question for this committee?
We'll follow up on that.
Is that a yes? Not a will follow up. I know how lawyers write statements saying we're not going to answer. Will you tell us how many times this warning screen was displayed? Yes or no?
Thank you, Senator, for that question.
Here's some information from a whistleblower who came before the Senate, testified under oath in public. He worked for you. He's a senior executive. Here's what he showed he found when he studied your products. So, for example, this is girls between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. 37% of them reported that they had been exposed to nudity on the platform unwanted in the last 7 days. 24% said that they had experienced unwanted sexual advances they'd been propositioned in the last 7 days. 17% said they had encountered self-harm content pushed at them in the last 7 days. Now, I know you're familiar with these stats because he sent you an email where he lined it all out. I mean, we've got a copy of it right here. My question is, who did you fire for this?
I'm not going to answer that.
Because you didn't fire anybody, right? You didn't take any significant action.
It's appropriate to talk about like individual
it's not appropriate.
HR decisions.
Do you know who's sitting behind you? You've got families from across the nation whose children are either severely harmed or gone, and you don't think it's appropriate to talk about steps that you took?
Well,
They're here. You're on national television. Would you like now to apologize to the victims who have been harmed by your product? Show them the pictures. Would you like to apologize for what you've done to these good people?
I'm sorry for everything that you've all been through. It's terrible. No one should have to go through the things that your families have suffered. And this is why we invested so much and are going to continue doing industry-leading efforts to make sure that no one has to go through the types of things that your families have had to suffer.
Will you commit to compensating the victims? Will you set up a compensation fund
Senator,
with your
I
money?
think these are
With your money.
complicated- Senator, these are complicated
Yes, no,
issues.
that's not a complicated question, though. That's
Senator,
a yes or no.
this is-
Will you set up a victims' compensation fund with your money, the money you made on these families sitting behind you? Yes or no?
And this Senator Hawley, what a fucking hard on. He doesn't stop. He is a complete non-stop prick. But it's not Senator Hawley that Cyborg Dave likes. The star of the show in Cyborg Dave's eye is Senator
Back and to the lefty.
Kennedy, right? Now, is he one of those Kennedys? Is he a back into the lefty? I don't know, but tell me this. Have you ever met anybody in your life whose surname is Kennedy? No, you haven't. And they're like whack-a-moles. Take one out and another one pops up. I just thought of that when I was shopping. This is really about this guy, Senator Kennedy, because he's got a stupid voice. I've got some new evidence first. Remember Rear Window? James Stewart in Rear Window was on the phone. I've got some new evidence. Not only has Senator Kennedy got a stupid voice, but he's also got this fixation with accusing people of being communists. Okay, fuck. I've got to set up the goddamn free cam cocksucking. Sorry, pardon my French.
Congratulations, Stalin. Judge
See,
Dubois.
listen. Congratulations, Sal.
Oh, am I saying your name right?
That's correct, Senator.
Okay. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to be direct. I think most of my questions are designed to be yes or no.
Yes or no. Just yes or no. It's a trick. This is what the police do.
Are you still a Marxist?
Thank you for the...
Are you still a Marxist? Listen.
Are you still a Marxist?
Thank you for the question, Senator.
You don't have...
Thank you for the question, Senator. You don't thank anybody for a question. Questions are like, I don't know, a plate of shit. Nobody likes being asked questions. Don't thank him, and you'll listen to what he says.
Have to thank me. We'll say you are welcome.
I am not, Senator.
You don't have to thank me. We'll say you are welcome.
I am not, nor have ever been a Marxist.
Well, you gave an interview in 2000 to the feminist press. In fact, you didn't turn it over to us. We had to ask for it. We found it on our own. And you then turned it over to us.
These bastards, man, you got to turn everything into them. But it's like, yeah. Why?
And this is what you were describing your time working in a coffee shop. You said, quote, the kids would come into the cafe all the time. We'd talk about what they're doing. We'd talk about their classes. And I was in my Marxist phase.
Marxist phase.
So you used to be a Marxist, but you're not now?
No, Senator, if I may, the context of the first of that interview, I had no idea that interview was something that was going to be published. I did an interview with it
Did you mean what you said, whether it was published or not, or whether we'd find it?
No.
He's got a point there. It doesn't matter if it's published. You said some bullshit. It doesn't matter if it was published or not. I found out about it. And now you're going to have to answer yes or no.
trying to understand what you believe. You said I was in my Marxist phase.
Thank you, Senator.
Still in your Marxist phase, or was that in the past?
No, Senator, if I may explain.
Sure.
I was a political science major. When I graduated from college, I immersed myself in a ton of political theory. I read Hobbes, I read Locke, I read Rousseau, I read Marx. I went through a phase where I was into Eastern religion, where I read the Tao Te Ching, the Analects of Confucius. So I suspect, and I don't know that quote with the article, I don't know if she was referring to what I was studying at the time, but as a political science major and as a theorist and someone who was considering teaching a course in political theory, I immersed myself in those things.
But she didn't refer to anything. She meaning, I assume you're referring to the reporter who interviewed. These are your words, and you didn't say I'm in my Hobbes phase.
She didn't say she was in a Hobbes phase.
You didn't say, second, I'm in my Locke phase.
I didn't say I'm in my Locke phase.
You didn't say I'm in my Rousseau phase. You said...
I didn't say I'm in my Rousseau phase. I said...
I was in my Marxist phase. And
my Marxist phase. I'll leave you to guess how I spelt phase. But it's very, very funny. There you go, it's saved now. Anyway, no, it's saving. So anyway, Elton John did one of these things, believe it or not. Guess what it was about?
Question: why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS?
And he is on record as being the first person to ever say the word asshole in one of these Senate Judiciary Committee hearings. Check it out.
I was a self-obsessed asshole.
First person ever to say asshole. But you know what? Since then, Senator Kennedy, the hero of these things, and Cyborg Dave's poor man's Redbar, Cyborg Jules. There you go. Senator Kennedy, Joe McCarthy over here, outdid Sir Elton John by some margin by saying this.
Eat shit, Darren. Called Senator Joe Biden, quote, a sick fuck.
I don't know other
nice
people,
group you're
and I also
hanging
do not
around
know the
with,
answer.
Doc. We do not do online petitions. We do not do NGO coalition letters. We do not do fucking bus stop ads. We chase fossil fuel CEOs and the politicians who do their bidding, and we do not apologize.
Thank you.
Are you going to call me a sick fuck?
Are you going to call me a sick fuck? This is Cyborg Dave. The poor man's Redbar. Cyborg Jules. Signing off. Sayonara.
A quintessential asshole.